You are addicted to your phone. Not like, oh, I use it a bit. Like actually addicted. You wake up and you check it before you even sit up in your bed. You're sitting with real people, having real conversations, and you still feel the pull. You pick it up with zero reason. No plan, no goal, just reflex. And then 10 minutes are gone. And you tried to stop it, haven't you? You told yourself, okay, after this video, okay, 5 more minutes. Okay, from tomorrow I'm different. You put your phone in another room. You turned on screen time limits. You deleted all the apps. And then reinstalled them 3 days later. Here's the part nobody tells you. It's not your fault. These apps were built by some of the smartest engineers on the planet. Entire teams, $1 billion of fundings, years of research. Their one job, their only job, was to make sure you cannot stop scrolling. Every notification, every autoplay, every tiny red number on the icon, engineered on one purpose, specifically for you. You're not weak, you're just a target. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to fight back. Before we get into this, here's the one thing you need to actually understand. Doom scrolling is not a willpower problem. It's a designed problem. Your brain has a reward loop. Something happens, you feel good. You do it again. That's not a flaw, that's a loop. That loop is how humans learned to eat, survive, build things. It's good. Social media just hacked it. Every scroll is a tiny pull on a slot machine. Sometimes you get something interesting, sometimes nothing, but your brain never knows which. So it keeps pulling. And this is an addiction, not the content, the not knowing. You don't fight a slot machine with discipline. You change how the slot machine is built. That is exactly what we're going to do today. Step 1, the single biggest thing that cut my screen time had nothing to do with deleting anything, just moving the apps off the home screen into a folder buried 2 tabs away. That sounds like nothing. Let me tell you why it actually works. When the urge to scroll hits, it lasts around 8 seconds. That's it, 8 seconds of craving and then it fades. If your app is on 1 tap away, you're already inside it before the 8 seconds are up. You did not decide to scroll, you just reacted. But if it takes 3 taps, your brain has time to ask, wait, do I actually want to do this right now? Most of the time, no, I don't. And I want to be real with you. When I first did this, I felt very stupid. Like this is the big fix. Moving an app? I thought I needed some massive lifestyle overhaul, a 30-day challenge, a cold shower routine. No, 2 extra tabs. That was 30% of my screen time gone in just 1 week. I also turned off every single notification that wasn't from a real person. Likes, turned off. Trending alerts, off. You haven't posted in a while, off immediately. That's one of the most important ones. Every notification is an invitation into the slot machine. You don't have to answer all invitations. The next one sounds so stupid I almost didn't include it. It is one of the most effective things I found. Before you open any social media app, set a 20-second timer. Put it on your phone, watch it count down, do absolutely nothing for 20 seconds. Most of the time, you just put the phone down. Not because you're disciplined, because the craving passed. Here's what's actually happening. Right now, opening Instagram is like blinking. You do it without thinking about it. You just do it. Hand goes to the phone, app is open, you're scrolling. And your brain was barely involved. The 20-second rule forces one tiny moment of actual choice back in the process. And the research backs this up. I started doing this every time I felt the pull. And the first week was genuinely uncomfortable. Because if you sit there for 20 seconds and do not scroll, you feel the boredom. Real, war, nothing happening boredom. And most people immediately run from that. The boredom is not dangerous, it's just uncomfortable. And every time you sit in it for 20 seconds and don't reach for your phone, you get a little bit stronger. Your brain isn't weak, it's just used to never having to wait. Make it wait. It adjusts faster than you think. Here is the mistake almost everyone makes. They try to just stop. Cold, nothing to replace it, just a gap where scrolling used to be. And their brain goes, okay, so now we're doing nothing, or? That seems genuinely terrible. I am going back to a phone. This is why people fail. Not because they're weak, because they remove the behavior without replacing the reward. Your brain does not stop wanting the feeling just because the app is gone. It finds somewhere else. Emails, fridges, YouTube, checking the weather app of a city you don't live in. I have done all of these in one afternoon. And so instead of fighting your reward loop, redirect it. Pick one thing that gives you a real hit of this feeling, but leaves you better, not worse. For me, it was a podcast I actually liked. Not a productive podcast, not something educational, something I genuinely looked forward to. Because that matters. If your replacement habit feels like medicine, your brain will reject it. For some people it's a game, for some it's a walk with headphones, or texting someone you wanted to text for 3 months. Pick whatever works for you, just make sure it's as close to your phone. Ready immediately. Zero friction to start, because the goal is not a reward loop, the goal is a better one. Now, these 3 steps are the real thing. They cut my screen time by 40%, not deleting apps, not with willpower, not a 30-day challenge. 3 structured changes, but figuring out which folders, which notifications, what your specific replacement habit should be, takes time to get right. And most people start with good intention and just don't finish the setup. Life happens. The phone is right there. So I built a simple system, basically the exact system I personally used, that walks you through all 3 steps and gets the whole thing done in about 2 weeks. Right now you can get it for almost nothing, less than a dinner out. I kept the price so low on purpose. I actually want to help people, not sit in someone's download folder. Link in the bio, and if you want to set it up yourself from what I just showed you, do that. Everything in this video is real stuff. Go use it. So let me bring it back where we started. You've been told it's not a willpower problem, that if you just tried hard enough, you'll be fine. That's not true, and I think on some level you'll always know it wasn't true, because you tried and it hasn't worked. And then you blamed yourself for it. But you weren't playing a fair fight, and now you know how to do it. Make the apps harder to reach, so 8 seconds of craving runs out before you're inside of it. At 20 seconds before you open anything. Give yourself something better to do. 3 things, no apps deleted, no willpower required. The average person spends 60 days a year on the phone. You can have those back, whether you use them or not. That is up to you. Like always, I'm rooting for you.